Hi, my name is Dianne Blick with Keller Williams Hometown Partners BlickHomes right here in Hutchinson, Kansas. And you have joined part of my Hyper-Local Series, and I'm delighted to welcome you. I'm also delighted to welcome my guest in today, Janice Richardson of Splinters-N-Rust. Janice, thanks for opening your shop to us.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Well, this is a new shop for you at 125 North Main.
Yes.
You're just opening.
Yes, we had our sneak peek party last night during Third Thursday and opened the doors to the public to take a look and see what we've been doing behind closed doors. And it was a great success.
Well, that's awesome. And the shop is absolutely stunning. I love the use of repurposed materials and the design effect, the colors you've chosen. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
This mural behind us, you designed and painted.
Correct. Yes, I wanted to have a piece of myself in here, this being our new building, new shop. And part of my branding is this Love Hutch logo, as well as the windmill thing. But I wanted to have a little bit of feminine and the masculine with the wood and metal. So you see there's some beautiful floral included in that, but some positive messaging for the community as well.
It's just beautiful. So love Hutch. I absolutely love Hutch, and that's why I do the Hyper-Local Series. I love featuring, especially love featuring working moms in roles where we also are wives of working men, and we try to put all of the family and the business together and make it all work. Some days it's easier than others.
Correct. Yes, it's a juggle. It's a real juggle.
It is a juggle. But yeah, so let's tell our audience about Splinters-N-Rust. Tell us about your company.
So rewind about 6 years ago, I moved to Hutch and kind of tried to integrate myself into the community. I had two very small children, so I was trying to be creative for myself during nap time. So I was doing stuff at home, and then I kind of went into selling at vintage markets because those are so popular here, which, by the way, we have the great arts community.
Oh,
so many opportunities if you're an artist or you want to be a creative person. So I was doing vintage shows, and then that kind of morphed into teaching classes at various venues around town. I did that for a couple of years. And then I was like, well, I should just have my own place. So I opened about a year and a half ago in the alley, just a few doors down. So we opened in September of 2019 and then quickly got shut down in March for COVID. So that's kind of the history of Splinters, starting with just recycled materials that I could get for free to create stuff.
So you had to change your business model when COVID came along, and you quickly evolved to e-commerce, but you already had experience in e-commerce.
Right. So yeah, everyone kind of was like, what are we going to do? You know, you own a business that's all about gathering with your friends and having a great social time, and all of that's taken away. So I already had an online presence, which if you don't have an online presence in your business, you need to look at doing that ASAP. But I already had a website, so I quickly determined how I could pivot into e-commerce and start doing to-go kits of the projects we would do in person, which included doing Facebook Live instruction. So I was still relevant during COVID and hitting a different market. I was doing deliveries. Some of those people that wouldn't normally come to class were interested now in having those kits come home, and they could work on it at their own pace. And it really was nice for those moms that can't get out, that have small children too. They could work on it, watch the online video, do a little bit at a time, and then come back to it when they had another, when nap time happened or the kids go to bed.
Well, goodness knows we all needed creative outlets, especially during COVID, but all of the time. I mean, I'm finding now that many of us still have exhaustion from the year that we've just been through, and now trying to get back up to steam. And that creative outlet is so important. So you have a second company.
Yes.
And so it's Selwyn Marketing.
Right. So Selwyn Marketing has been around in our world for about 9 years. My husband and I started that when we were working on the East Coast in North Carolina, and had some customers that have stayed with us as we moved out here. But everything that I've learned through starting Splinters-N-Rust, I've kind of implemented in the services I offer here now locally through Sell and Marketing. So I help those small startup businesses kind of learn how to get going and get a logo, get marketing material, get an online presence through social media and website, and really get their business started. And it's all because of what I just kind of did for myself.
Right. Well, and actually, I think that's how you and I first became acquainted. I, with my president of the Hutchinson Symphony hat on, reached out to you because I saw the work that Sell and Marketing was doing, and we needed some additional marketing support for the symphony.
Right.
And so you guys are still doing Facebook posts and helping us promote the symphony, which is wonderful that we do that together.
And we do have some great nonprofits that we help because our price point is kind of right in that sweet spot that they can kind of afford services and get that extra support.
Well, and you're set up to do it on such a part-time basis too, so it doesn't have to be a full-time contract or really high expectations for quantity. The quality is certainly high, absolutely, but it's really nice for us at the Symphony that we can count on Sell and Marketing on for really high quality, but not on a large quantity, because our season is just October to spring. Right. So let's, I guess, talk about what you do. If I were to come into your shop and expect to do something, what would I expect to do?
Well, this is an example of one of the items we do, and a very popular thing is door hangers. But the majority of our projects are wood-based, carpentry-based. So you would sign up online for a public class. We'll have offerings for different styles of projects. But you would actually have the hands-on experience of building your item, whether it be a sign or a box of some kind, or obviously this is not a building up project, but you would learn from start to finish on how to do these. So you would learn how to weed the vinyl, you would learn how to apply it to the wood, stain, paint, poly. You would even learn how to do floral for these types of things. So you use a staple gun, you'll use a screw gun, you'll use a mouse sander, and really kind of dive into some of those carpentry projects that you might not be willing to try at home by yourself.
So exciting about the door wreaths and the signs that you make, and I'm happy to announce our partnership that we're going to do going forward. So going forward, starting in May, for all of the homes that we list, Janice is going to be providing us with door wreaths for our listings. So if you're listing with Keller Williams Hometown Partners, BlickHomes, we can offer a beautiful door wreath that kind of goes along with our Shut the Door promotion. We've been picking some of the best and most beautiful doors of homes that we list and doing a monthly Shut the Door promotion because we just love to highlight beautiful architecture and beautiful homes, because after all, that is the essence of what we do. And so we'll look forward to rolling this out and to working together. And I want to thank you for partnering with me.
Oh, it's super exciting. And you know, we focus on a lot of projects that dress up the front of your home and a porch and make it inviting. And the door hangers are so popular because they are seasonal. You can change them out very easily, make them double-sided, which is an awesome, yes. But it just is like jewelry for your house, you know.
It is joy for your house, right? I love joy for your house. So how frequently are you offering classes? Are they daily, weekly? Do you come in and do one thing at one time, or do you come back and do parts of it?
So we focus on classes mainly on Fridays and Saturdays in the evening when people are off of work. I do try to do something every week. During the week, I leave that open for private events and also for personal time with my children, with school-aged kids. So it's mostly weekend events, but we offer public and private classes. So if you have a group of 8 or more and you want to have a private event, I'd like to work with each person to pick their project. So all of these things are based on Pinterest trending items. Right. So I'm on Pinterest all the time, and I love to try to recreate what they've got going. So a lot of times we go back and forth on ideas from Pinterest, and then we just recreate that and have you come in and make it.
So you said 8 or more. What would be the capacity?
So right now I can seat 16.
Okay.
And I feel like that is a great number for a manageable class. So it's not too crowded. You've got plenty of space to spread out and create.
Sure. You know, the downtown ambiance is amazing, isn't it? I bet you love being downtown.
I do, and now I have a great storefront window.
You do, and you have a train coming down the tracks right next door, and that's just part of downtown Hutchinson life, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, I love downtown Hutchinson. And so you talked earlier about integrating into the community. What are some of the things that you did to get involved? What are some of the community things that you're involved with? And how are you participating to make downtown Hutch a better place?
Well, I initially started to piggyback off my husband's connections because he is from Hutchinson.
Yeah.
So that was a great way to kind of jumpstart, because it is hard when you come to a new community and you don't know anyone. In the early years, I got involved with a local MOPS program, which is Mothers of Preschoolers, and that really gave me an opportunity to meet other moms in the same stage of life. And from those connections, as I built my business, I got involved with the chamber, and going to those business events, business after hours and meetings. I've been able to kind of grow my connections. Obviously, meeting with you and getting to know you has helped me tremendously. And then just being downtown here, and through my connections for Selwyn, participating in promoting downtown businesses through Selwyn has really helped me, because I'm getting in the door to every business down here to get to introduce myself and get to know my other business owners.
I find that downtown business owners are so open to networking and growth. Mm-hmm. I feel like there's such a sense of abundance. There's plenty for all. Mm-hmm. I think there's some co-opetition where we cooperatively compete with one another. Mm-hmm. But I think I see that openness. And so downtown Hutchinson, you're right in the center. You talked earlier about the arts. We do have so many outlets for art, whether it's dance or music or orchestra or singing or designing, painting. What have I missed?
We have clay, pottery.
Oh, that's right, clay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lit Studios is a great asset to downtown as well.
I keep wanting to bring my grandson to that. I think we would have so much fun.
You would love it. Yes,
yeah.
She has a great establishment.
I don't have any of this individual creativity, so I just love absorbing all of your energy around it. And then we also have all of the antique district that is just, it seems to keep opening up, and quality antique stores here too. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have good antiques in Hutchinson.
We do.
What have you learned as a businesswoman?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
Yes, it is. And I always throw one curveball in these interviews. If you've watched any of my interviews, there's always one curveball. I'm curious to know what have you learned personally, personal growth as a businesswoman through, not necessarily even in the last year, but through opening a business. What would you say to other businesswomen to pursue?
Well, you can't let fear stop you. You have to just push forward and chase your dream. Hard work is everything, and it pays off. I'm very conscious of the details and providing a good experience, because it's not just about creating something, it's about the whole experience. And so I want everyone that comes in the door to feel like it has been an experience, and that's something that they're making memories with their girlfriends and their family members, so that they'll want to come back, in the future, not just to make something to hang on their door, but to have another experience.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. Janice, thank you so much for making time for me today. I've appreciated getting to know you, and I'm so proud of seeing your accomplishments here in the shop. I know we're going to have some photo shots that are incorporated into it so that everybody else can see your wall of products that have been created. So
we look forward to making many more.
I bet you do. And thank you again for partnering with me, and not just the Hyper-Local Series, but also in providing some joy to homes that we're able to serve at BlickHomes, Keller Williams Hometown Partners.
I can't wait to see them.
Awesome. Janice Richardson, Splinters-N-Rust. Thank you.
Thank you.